Good morning. Today's lessons from Isaiah and the Gospel of John and the Collect all point to this one thing, that beautiful state in the future that God is creating. But it's not really in the future where we will be with the saints and enjoy that company where Jesus already is. But it's also the remaking of the heaven and the earth, a remake in which the heaven and the earth that will be is going to be something where there is no pain, no sorrow, there is no war, there is no conflict. Isaiah says babies are not going to be raised for conflict. Um, it's going to be a beautiful, beautiful place. And then in the gospel, there is this one person whose son is dying, and he comes to Jesus and says, "My son is about to die." And he says, "Oh, no worries, just go back and have faith, and your son will not die." And the gospel says that he actually believes in the words of Jesus and goes back and finds his um, son all well and cured. Now, when I think about our Christian faith, in Christ there is a new creation. Uh, but Isaiah is before the idea of Christ because God's intention for us didn't somehow change with Christ. It was always the same. It's a consistent desire of God for everyone to be reconciled to God's self and to be in that place of that paradise where there is no conflict, where there is no pain, there is no sorrow, nothing is hurtful, there is youthfulness everywhere. And so that is what God desires for us. Now, the question is, what about today? What about today? In the now? And this is where Jesus and then Paul, knowing what Jesus was all about, clarifies it for us that it's not that we just sit and wait for that time where we will be with the saints and in the heaven and experience all of that. No, right now in this world, we are to do God's will. And in this world, we transform this world. And how do we do that? We don't go by critiquing things on Facebook or social media or wherever we may be. Critiquing is a really good thing, but uh, before we critique others, we have to critique this one thing about ourselves, which is, and this is so, so essential for our Christian faith, which is that are we living in the true belief that something better, greater, more beautiful than what we experience now is possible? Is healing really possible? Do we really believe that? Do we really believe in a reconciled world? Do we believe that there will be youthfulness? Do we really believe, just like that man who believed that his son will be okay? Do we really believe that? Because this is what happens when we believe. When we believe that our present state of being has the potential for us to be still better, and then still better, and then still better, then not someone else transforms our world, but we transform not only our world, but because we transform our world, we transform the entire world. This Lenten season, I invite us into the Christian faith of believing that God's promise to us is of a new creation, of a new way of being in Jesus Christ. That is the faith we explore in this time of Lent.